Hi, I'm pleased to introduce this short video in recognition of International Men's Day. At Leyland, we care deeply about the well-being of our people, physically, emotionally and psychologically. This video highlights why it's so important to pay attention to our emotional health to support ourselves and support those around us.
Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about why caring for our emotional and psychological well-being is essential, and also what we can actually do about it. So often our mental well-being drops right down the list. We'll worry about our body, our hair, how we look. When it comes to our emotional well-being, we tend to avoid it, especially if it means opening up. But what we know is that talking and being open is so incredibly important. So here are some common reasons why people avoid opening up. They tend to include things like, I don't want to be a burden on others, or they've got their own stuff going on. Or sometimes I need to be strong. But the word strong is what we need to challenge. We glamorise keeping everything in, pretending we're fine, avoiding any sign of struggle or vulnerability. We treat strong like a badge of honour. We get drawn towards it, but it puts us at real risk. So instead, let's celebrate courage, because courage doesn't deny fear. It says, I'm scared, but I'm still willing to walk towards the truth. When we go it alone, we distance ourselves from others. We become unreachable, and in that separateness, that is where we really suffer. There's a great quote from The Body Keeps the Score, which is that we suffer most from the lies we tell ourselves. When we don't speak out, there's no one to listen, there's no one to challenge or even offer a different perspective. Inside, everything becomes a pressure cooker, a mix of thoughts, feelings and old beliefs. And the assumptions we might reach for could be very far from the actual truth. So why prioritise our emotional and psychological well-being? Because when we don't, we see things like poor relationships, low libido, low energy, irritability, high blood pressure, infidelity, sleep issues, inflammation. The good news is that when we take care of ourselves emotionally, actually we can improve all of these areas. So what can we actually do? Well, firstly, pay attention. Ask ourselves how we're really doing. We'll ask everybody else, but do we ask ourselves? Do we slow down? Do we reflect? If we never step off the train, how do we know if we're heading in the right direction? Noticing things like, am I being more reactive or snappy? And do I still enjoy things? When was the last time I actually laughed? Have I been experiencing anxiety? And when I have I faced it or have I moved away from it? And also really noticing changes in behaviour, drinking, smoking. Are we being drawn towards things like gambling and porn and excessive use? All of these things soothe us temporarily, but they won't actually heal anything. There's a great quote by Eckhart Tolle, which is, if we don't become aware of our thoughts, we remain trapped in our thoughts and by our thoughts. And this is a key takeaway, that you are not your thoughts. You're the one experiencing the thoughts and witnessing the thoughts, but you are not your thoughts. This allows us to create space and helps us make conscious decisions rather than running on autopilot. So what else can we do? Well, next we can talk, whether we're friends, colleagues, a partner, a family member or a professional. Leyland offers counselling through an EAP service. This is a confidential, non-judgmental space with somebody outside of your life, which actually can often be preferable. Opening up helps us know ourselves better and improves how we communicate in the real world. When we open up with friends, something really powerful can actually happen. Others often open up as well, which means we can support each other, and it dismisses that myth about people being too busy to listen to us. Actually, people tend to want to support each other. Partners. Many people avoid opening up to their partners. We fear letting them down. We want to feel like we've got it all together. We don't want to be seen as less than. We want to be that rock. But actually sharing our truth often brings us closer. It's a relief not to carry everything on our own. And partners want to know. They want to know the real you. They want to know why you're withdrawn and distant. and they also want to know how they can support you. This is healthy communication, and this is real connection. So what else can we do? Well, the most important things are always going to be opening up and taking an interest in yourself. But in addition, there are practical ways to invest in your emotional well-being. Think of a cup of well-being, and everything you pour into this cup supports 4 key areas: your brain, your body, your heart, and your mind. And the fuller that cup, the better we feel. The more energy, the more patience, the more resilience. And when that cup is empty, actually everything feels harder. So one of the first things we can do when we're adding into this cup of well-being is exercise. Movement produces endorphins. These are our natural feel-good chemicals. And when we're thinking about what to choose, well, the key thing is to choose something that you enjoy, something that you will keep up. So walking, lifting, hiking, anything you will do consistently. Walking is especially powerful. It reduces stress, and also it boosts clarity. And because it stimulates both hemispheres of the brain, the left and the right, actually it can be great to reduce stress. And it even makes having tough conversations easier. Mindfulness. 2 key forms of mindfulness are meditation and breathing. We start with meditation. Well, meditation can change the brain activity, boosting self-awareness and supporting conscious decision-making. It's also really effective for lowering stress. When it comes to breathing, this is another really effective tool, and not all breaths are created equal. When we are stressed, we tend to shallow breathe. So here's a couple of examples we can use to help us with that. Firstly, the 4-8 method. Breathing in for 4 and out for 8. Or the 4-7-8 method. Breathing in for 4, holding for 7, and then out for 8. The long exhalation actually signals to the brain that we are safe. And if you're thinking about when we can do this, well, we can do this anytime. Waiting for the kettle to boil, standing at a bus stop, or even when we're sitting on the train. Social connection. We are wired for connection, but actually we live in a world where it's becoming less and less social. So it matters more than ever. Social contact reduces stress, and it also allows us to express ourselves in different ways, getting around like-minded people and investing in our passions. It brings back parts of our personality that we might have forgotten about. Sleep, arguably one of the most important. Sleep affects our hormones, our mood, repair, memory, everything. So really we want to be aiming for 7+ hours a night. So try the 3-2-1 rule. 3 hours between eating and sleep, 2 hours between taking in fluids and sleep, and 1 hour without screens and sleep. Cut caffeine out after 2 p.m. Dimming the lights as we get towards the end of the evening. Maybe reading before bed or taking a warm shower. All these things can help. One of the key things starts at the beginning of the day is to wake up at the same time every day and avoid hitting that snooze button. Food and hydration. What we eat impacts how we feel. High sugar, ultra processed foods mixed with long bouts of not eating actually increase anxiety because they increase our stress hormones. They create spikes and crashes. What we need to be doing is fueling ourselves with whole foods, good sources of protein, healthy fats and fiber, and hydration. Water is crucial for brain and body function, so hydrate before coffee. And if you really want good results from your coffee, wait at least 90 minutes after waking before you take in your first. Creativity and passion. Creativity isn't just art. It's gardening, cooking, decorating, planning, how you dress. It connects you to different parts of who you are and others. It brings about joy, presence, and possibly one of the most important things is playfulness. Mind food, aka mental protein. Feed your mind with things that make you feel good. Books, podcasts, audiobooks, YouTube, there's so much inspiration out there. What you take in shapes how you feel, so prioritizing more time on the things that lift you up. So putting this all together, everything will look different for each person. There's no right or wrong here. The goal really is greater self-awareness and small steps that actually support you. Remember, people would rather have the opportunity to help than find out that you had been suffering on your own. Opening up is not weakness, it's courage. And it shapes how the next generation learns to open up too. We're not aiming to stop feeling, but we're aiming to get better at feeling. Thank you, and I hope you found this video helpful.
We hoped you found the insights and strategies in this video helpful, and that they inspire you to take small steps each day to look after your emotional and psychological well-being. Thank you for watching and for making well-being a priority.